Well, it's now time for our main event.
The following contest is
and this
what fall?
is going to be a battle towards
Approaching the ring.
to the end. Both John Locke and the Doctor have been basically squabbling for months now. We thought it would actually end back at Adrenaline Rush when the Doctor, John Locke, and Dr. Doom fought it out for number one contendership for the World Heavyweight title. Unfortunately, that was not the case. The Doctor actually went to Red Forman and asked for this matchup. He said it didn't seem fair that to have it that those three men would actually try to fight it out for the end. But really, it's all about these two to begin with. Dr. Doom just got caught up in all of it because of his own ego. So yes, so Red actually allowed this match to happen here tonight. Basically, there's going to be no interference from anybody. I do believe it's going to be no disqualification. This fight will go on until the very end. It's going to be one hell of a matchup. I do believe we still have one more thing after this. I've heard basically rumors that the Animation Domination are going to be coming out here after this matchup. So I'll have to see if that is true or not. Because we all know what the Animation Domination want. It's going to deal with Homer Simpson, to say the least. And the Doctor with several chops. Wait a sec. John reverses it with an armbar takedown. Or no, that's not an armbar takedown. That was judo flip. And John setting him up against the ropes and onto his back onto John Locke's knees. The Doctor getting in with a spinning kick. The Doctor knows pretty much a lot of maneuvers. I mean, he's probably learned from several of the greatest figures in wrestling and probably even some of the greatest fighters in history. Remember, the Doctor is a time traveler. And that's probably a good reason why he's very skilled at some of these maneuvers. But also, John Locke, he's a survivor. I mean, he survived the crash of Oceanic 815. And basically after that, he was able to walk again. He came back to wrestle here in RCWE. His back was re-broken by Siler back at our first, I think it was it All or Nothing? Well, I can't really no, not All or Nothing. Yeah, it was All or Nothing. Anyways, like, there's a roll-up by the Doctor. Didn't even get a count there. Remember, Siler did pulverize John Locke. After that, John Locke came back renewed because he went to the island to heal himself once again. One of the main reasons why these two have been fighting out is because of the fact that the Doctor believes that that's not the real John Locke. I mean, he still believes that that's either the future Locke or some sort of... well, we have no idea what we would call it. I mean, the Doctor has explained clearly why he thinks that that John Locke isn't the real John Locke, and John Locke going with a springboard leg drop right to the floor. And yeah, this is falls count anywhere. I forgot to mention that. It's probably already down in this description already, and I'm pretty sure you guys have read it if you haven't already. Well, if I remember to put it down anyways. Yeah, this match is they basically want this match to be the final matchup between these two, as a means to the end. They basically want to settle the score here tonight. I'm pretty sure Doctor is going to try to find out if this is John Locke or not. Now the Doctor slamming the head of John Locke against the steel steps. Man, several shots right up against the stairs. Man, that has gotta hurt. And Doctor, oh wait a sec, John Locke gets out of it and punches him up against the barricade, and John slams him down against the barricade instead. Now the Doctor in control. Gets him with a cross chop. Throws him into the ring. Wait a sec. A leg drop from basically just outside of the ropes on that little walkway that they have. Wait a sec, John. Oh, wait a sec. Doctor knocks back John and gets him with a drop kick. The Doctor has a chair. Oh my God, he's hitting him with a chair. Oh, and John blocks the attack. Oh, and John with a DDT onto that chair. My God. And John goes for cover 1, 2, and now only getting a 2 count. Wait a sec, here's the 815 down. The 815 down onto the Doctor. Oh, but he has that chair. He's placing that chair underneath him. Oh my God, no. John's gonna get another chair. We all know what this is gonna mean. Concerto! Oh my God! Concerto right to the back of the skull of the Doctor, and now he's going for the cover. 1, 2, 3, no! The Doctor able to get out of that one. How the hell was the Doctor able to get out of Concerto? It's like Doctor using the Dudley Dog, going for the cover. 1, 2, and they're only getting a 2 count. Doctor with a DDT, picking up the chair. Oh, slamming down. That must have did more damage to Doctor than it did John. But there's a throwback. Throwback onto the John Locke. But John Locke back up. Doctor obviously feeling it. That Concerto must have just rackled him up, rackled his brains. Or even scrambled his brains, who knows. Wait a sec, John setting up for a pile driver. Wait a sec, Doctor back up. He's determined to win this matchup. He slams him down with and now getting on top of John Locke and just beating the heck out of him. Doctor throws John into the ring ropes, but John reverses him. And there's a fall-away slam by John Locke off of the second turnbuckle. Oh, but the Doctor back up, gets him with a shining wizard. But the Doctor, he's setting up for the sonic screwdriver. Going for the cover. 1, 2, and only getting a 2 count. Oh, and John blocks the kick. Takes him down. And a kick right to the back of the Doctor. Oh, he's in behind. Going for it. The backbreaker. The backbreaker onto the Doctor. Could this be all? Could this be all for the Doctor? Wait a sec. John going for a submission hold.
You want to submit?
John just putting on pressure against that back, but Doctor breaks out of it. Oh, the Doctor is just determined. He's determined to win this matchup, and John just knocks him down flat. Doctor back in control. No, he's not. John knocks him down with a clothesline. Now he's setting up for running elbow drop. And John setting him up against the corner and getting several shots right to the head of the Doctor. The Doctor just taking shots to the head like it was nothing. John, obviously you can feel it. Going for the 815 down! Once again! Basic John going to the outside. What's he doing here? He's got a... I don't know if that's looks like a 2x4. What's a 2x4 doing underneath the ring? And oh my God! Choking the life out of the Doctor. My God! Oh, and there's a Cobra Clutch.
Do you submit?
The Doctor trying his best not to tap out. That is just heart and determination by the Doctor. A maneuver that he learned from John Cena, person who just recently came back to the WWE. And Doctor going for a cover, but not even getting a count. I mean, to be honest, who is happy about John Cena being back in the WWE? I know he's a champion again, but still, he did have an incredible matchup with Damien Sandow, but still, I'm sorry, can anybody believe that Sandow lost to one attitude adjustment? And Cena only had use of one hand. Basically, after that happened, I just yelled out bullshit. And Doctor almost getting a 2 count there. Oh, John Locke gets in behind. knocking him down flat. And yes, I seriously yelled out bullshit. I really did. I'm sorry, Sando, in my own opinion, the writers should have made it that Sando should have kicked out of that first one. After that, I wouldn't have minded if he didn't kick out of another attitude adjustment. That would have been fine, but come on, after the... You can't tell me a one-arm John Cena would do enough power to do enough damage to keep down Damien Sandow from an attitude adjustment. You just can't tell me that. And there I go with a little bit of a rant about what's happening in WWE. Wait a sec, the Doctor. Doctor is definitely slowing down, but John Locke isn't. The longer this match goes, the more in favor it is for John Locke. Wait a sec. No way. Oh my God! The Doctor just threw John to the outside. That was a razor's edge right to the outside. And the Doctor trying to throw John onto the Spanish announce table. He actually can't right now because that's still covered onto it. Yeah, explain that to me, why he can't throw him up there. But yeah, Doctor going for it. Sonic screwdriver and threw over the Spanish announce table. Going for the cover. 1, 2, no! John Locke just kicked out. I just cannot believe that. Doctor going for the cover again. 1, 2, but no, only getting a 2 count. The Doctor just giving his heart and soul on just to be able to win this matchup. Now John Locke. Oh, now it's going to be our announce table. Or maybe not. John throwing the steel steps right onto the head of the Doctor. He throws Doctor onto our announce table. And he can't jump all the way over to there. And Doctor going for Hurricane Rana. Using that little botch up to go for Hurricane Rana and going for the cover, but only getting a 2 count. Seriously, John is taking a lot of punishment. Oh, and Doctor going to the top rope, but John Locke was just right up there waiting. Gets him. Oh no, he doesn't. The Doctor going for the time lock. The time lock onto John Locke. Will John Locke tap out? Will he tap out? And no, John just gets out of it. John now starting to feel it. He's now starting to slow down a bit. But here it is, the 8:15 down. Even after I say he starts slowing down, he does the 8:15 down. And that's not a good sign for the Doctor. He's taken a lot of punishment earlier on in this matchup. This could be all for him, and no, it's not! No, it's not! And John getting in several cross chops. Oh, but the Doctor Getting in some cross chops of his own. Doctor. I thought that was going to be a Hakigure. I think it was. He's going for the cover. 1, 2, and they're only getting a 2 count. Now the Doctor. Oh, wait a sec. John tosses him back. Gets in behind him. No, just slams his head down. And going for a submission hold. And I'm pretty sure the Doctor's close to tapping, but not today. He gets out of it. The Doctor. A mule kick right to the back. And going for a time lock. Is this all? Is this all? Will John Locke tap out? No! No! This one is not over yet. They both fighting to survive. Oh, but Doctor fighting back. Yes, European uppercut. Oh, but there's a reversal. No! And there it is, a time lock! Time lock locked in once again! Will John Locke tap out? And yes, he does! The Doctor has done it! He has finished this! He has finished this rivalry! He has defeated John Locke! In an epic matchup!
Here is your winner, the Professor!
My God, this is a CPV quality matchup! And wait a sec. The Doctor is waiting for John to get back up. Doctor's showing some good composure. He knows that this has been frustrating for both John and him. And once again, John just saying the same thing, that he's John Locke. I mean, this whole rivalry started because of the fact that the Doctor thought that John Locke wasn't John Locke. John Locke just saying the same thing, that he's John Locke. It really doesn't. I mean, for all of us, he has been John Locke. So I don't know how the Doctor was going to prove that he wasn't John Locke. Even the Doctor is he's seriously doubting this. I mean, this match is over. They're not going to be fighting anymore after this. They both agreed to that. Well, at least they won't be fighting for a long time. Doctor's not getting any answers, but this match is over. They have to go back and just basically... They can't fight each other for a long time. And Seth MacFarlane wasting little to no time, basically coming out to the ring here.
Approaching the ring from Rhode Island, Mr.
Basically, both John Locke and Doctor are outside of the ring now. John Locke has already got to the back, but basically Seth MacFarlane being a jerk by interrupting all this. Like I said, the Doctor has got no answers. And now really he can't start this up anymore. He has to accept the fact that that's John Locke. For all of us already, we know that that is John Locke. I don't think the Doctor is too satisfied with the answer that he was given.
And the opponents, the World Tag Team Champions,
the Samoan.
Here comes our Tag Team Champions.
and the Soldier.
Basically, they're... Basically, the animation domination. Seth MacFarlane, the leader of this group. Seth MacFarlane has had a dream, trying to, basically a couple of years ago. This all started back at Fight for Glory 2. I'll be quiet. Seth has something to say. Here he is, former RCW World Champion, former SCAW World Champion.
Approaching the ring.
I'm pretty sure Homer is fed up with the fact that animation domination keep interfering in his matchups and in his life. Animation domination pretty much hurt his son. Has basically taken out his best buddies and Lenny, Carl, and Kid Mo. They've even gone after Phil J. Fry, and as they said, they haven't gone after Bart or Fry. Well, they have gone after Bart. They haven't gone after Fry for a long time, but that's only because of Homer himself. I can see why. Homer is a big threat to them. If Fry is too dumb to quit, Homer is too stupid to not succeed in what he wants to do. If that made any sense at all. Wow, he wants to challenge Seth himself? Oh, and animation domination, they're basically trying to get so that basically they know that Seth is threatened. And Seth is just not having it. Wow, Homer putting himself on the line, basically saying that if he doesn't win, he'll leave RCWE forever. Wow, Seth not accepting this? He said that Homer was pretty much the main problem. And it's been decided, these Bart Simpson and Homer Simpson versus the animation domination. And wait a sec. Wow, Homer adding another added stipulation. It's going to be for the tag team titles as well. I mean, if Homer and Bart lose, Homer is gone from RCWE. If the animation domination lose, they lose the tag team titles. And they also have to leave Homer Simpson and the rest of them alone. And Seth attacking Homer. Oh, and of course now the animation domination attacking Homer Simpson. Basically on the command of Seth MacFarlane. And oh my god, the most not electrifying move in sports entertainment today, the Peter's elbow. I mean, how many times has Homer been attacked by these guys? Homer, he does keep fighting back, but if he loses at night before Christmas, it'll be the last time we'll ever see him in RCW again. And Seth getting out of the ring, obviously not wanting to be in the line of sight of Homer because he'll obviously go after him. Wait a sec, what the hell is a referee doing? Why is he trying to count out Seth MacFarlane? This isn't even a matchup. And Peter with the manatee gag. These guys are sadistic, but at night before Christmas, there's a chance that this can finally all end. Well, at least for one of them anyways.
Amazing.
If Homer loses, he's gone from RCW. But the other thing is, will Bart be back in time? He's still hurt. We'll find this all out on our next episode of Friday Night Fights. See you next time.